All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining me. All right. Nice to see you all here. All right. Look at that. Tons of people already. Okay. So this is going to be an interesting one. So let's see if it all goes according to plan. Yeah, look at that. Tons of people. Wow, that's quite a lot. Let's see. I guess we're going to do a nice stress test to see if this whole thing works. Yeah. Okay. All right. Can you all hear me okay? I assume so. Everything seems to be good. Video is good, audio is good. All right. Everything seems good. Okay. All right. So yeah, the goal here is to make a live chat game. So it's going to be kind of like a strategy game. So essentially I play the commander kind of as it was in an RTS game. And all of you are essentially going to be the units. That's pretty much the core idea. There you go. Tons of tons of people, tons of messages. All right. Yep. Right now it is not a game. Right now it's just this. But that's what we're going to build throughout the course of this one and many other live streams. Essentially, I've had this idea for a long time, and last month I was finally working on it, making a proper design. So right now I guess I'm gonna try to implement that design and see how it works. Alright, yeah, I should probably have prepared some slides to better explain the idea that I've got in my head, but I guess let's start a little bit from this. Can you explain briefly how you are doing this? Well, it's pretty much just using the YouTube API. So it connects to the live chat. So Unity over here is connecting to the YouTube API, reading the live chat, and then the live chat I'm spawning some characters and making all of this. Be able to control our player from chat. Yes. So let's start to get to work. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is essentially I want to drop down a bunch of flags on multiple places around the world, and then through chat you're going to be able to tell where you want your character to go. So first of all, let's begin by handling that. So well, this whole thing isn't really going to be a tutorial. Maybe if there's interest, I might make something a bit more step-by-step, because essentially the code is already pretty complex just to get this whole thing working, but well, it should be easy to follow along, essentially, as I'm going to build this. So I've got just a basic function that handles the chat message, the chat command, and for starters, let's begin with something very simple. So when you type in move1, then I want to do something. So for the AI, I also have an interesting thing here. I pretty much just set up some basic architecture to see how I'm going to handle the AI. So let's begin with the simplest thing and see if this is going to work. So I'm going to create a new AI of type move to mouse position. And I don't think this takes anything. Well, it takes the live chat character. All right, so I'm going to have to get this one. So get this one, and I get it from the other one. And just on this one, live chat character. Okay, so essentially I'm setting the AI to be the AI move to mouse position. So this one is going to tell the character in order to move to the mouse position. Pretty simple. So by default, it just stays on idle, so the character doesn't move, doesn't say anything. And now as soon as I run the game, when you type in !move1, then it's going to move to the target position. So let's see if this very simple test starts to work. All right, so right here, first of all, start listening to the live chat. One of the things that I added is that it ignores all the messages posted before then, so that it didn't essentially start off with 1,000 people and 1,000 things. So essentially, as you, well, look at that. Okay, that's a nice first thing. What was the, oh, well, there you go. I just found an issue right there. The issue is that I'm handling the don't process as a normal message, but first I need to add. So the problem is that I'm essentially trying to tell a character to move somewhere, but the character does not exist just yet. And yeah, that's pretty much easy, because I don't want to process the commands as a normal message. So there you go. We already got an error in the first 30 seconds. So that's fun. Well, I guess that's what game development is really like. Okay, so let's see if now it works. So go ahead, someone type something in chat so that people join. I can also join myself if I type in something. Oh, look at that, it's working. Look at over here, we've got Mark, and Mark is following, and look at that, everybody's following. So, yep. Well, the avatars are all in here, so instead of being just on the screen, now you're all playing. So, all right, so this is the very first starting point, and yep, that's pretty much what I want. Now, right now, they don't even have any pathfinding, so if I go in here, boom, they all go. But it's kind of fun how just like this, it's already kind of like Pikmin, so that's a bit of fun. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to add some character avoidance, because look at that, there's a ton of people all in there. All right, that's fun. Okay, so now instead of telling them to go directly to the mouse position, what I want is tell them to go to specific spots. So essentially, I'm going to place a flag down here, and then you through chat say, I want my character to go to this spot, then other people go in here, go here, and here. So let's start to handle that. Okay, so first of all, placing down the flags. How am I going to handle that? Well, let's begin very simple. By just pressing on the mouse button, I want to drop down a flag. So now let me think, how am I going to spawn those flags? Yeah, I previously created this just very quickly just to... So let's make a private, a list of type flag, and it's going to be my flag list. Okay. So on awake, let's initialize a new list of type flag. Okay, then when I click down, go into the flag list in order to add a new flag, and I'm going to set the flag name. So this is essentially the command. So let's call it just flag 1, or actually I'm going to have to give it different names. So it's going to have to be based on that one, and position equals mouse 3D in order to get the mouse world position. All right. Okay, so with this, I put the flag 1. So instead of seeing the chat message like that, let me go for each flag in the flag list. And I check if the chat message.message, so if the message that you type, if that one matches the flag.command, so that's the flag name. If so, then I'm going to go into the flag, and what did I add character to the flag? So essentially I gotta get the live chat character. So I get the character and then I tell it to go to that flag. Okay, so now that testing code, I can probably get rid of it, but just keep it like that. Okay, so as soon as I click, I should be able to drop down a flag. Right now there's no visual, there's nothing, but it does have a position. So now I just have to handle this one. So I'm going to call this function with whatever live chat character. Oh, and by the way, that sorry that with the setup that I've got here, essentially I can't really pay attention to chat while I'm writing. So essentially I can't really answer many questions, but let's see, because well, let's see how this works. As with everything that I do, this is always an experiment. So anyways, so over here I want to set the AI. So I'm going to need to create a new AI module that is going to essentially just go to a fixed position. So let's see, how do we build that? And got an error, no worries. Okay, so over here, let's make a new C# script. AI call just move to position. Instead of the mouse position, just moves to a fixed position. So I can pretty much just copy this, except instead of, oh crap, that's not, move to position. I receive the live chat character, and then on update, I simply tell it to go to the position. So I also receive vector 3 for the target position, and I store this in here, so private for the target position, and I set this to target position, and I tell it to go to that position. Okay, so just a basic AI module telling the character to go to a specific position. So just like this, everything should already be working. I just need to create this one, so I'm going to create a new AI move to position, and oh crap, it's not that, it's a constructor. So on the constructor, I'm going to pass in the live chat character single, and then this position. Okay, so like this, I should be able to click to place down a flag. Then if you type flag 1 in chat, then it should go to that flag position. And if this works, then obviously the next step is to set up multiple flags. So let's see if it's working. Let's see if I can pay attention to chat every once in a while. Okay. All right, so let's start listening to live chat. So you can type in some, oh crap, I already placed the flag. Oh crap. Actually, let me restart that because I placed the flag right in there. So I placed in a bit of a, ah crap. Okay, never mind. It should go to the last one, so the fact that this one is gathering clicks shouldn't be an issue. So let's say I put one flag in here. It should go to the very last one. Yeah, that one is going to that first one, of course, but now if you type flag 1, yep, you should be going to that direction. Right, I forgot. There's no pathfinding, so you're all going to go there. But now if I put here, and if you type in flag 1 again, now you should be going to this position. All right. Okay, so far so good. Now we need to handle multiple flags. And after the multiple flags, just handle a visual for the flags. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so here, instead of naming it just flag 1, let me first create the flag object. So flag, and you do a new flag. Okay. And for the flag name, flag plus flag list dot count and plus 1, just so it starts off at 1 instead of starting off at 0. And going to the flag list and add a new flag. And instead of pressing the left mouse button, so I can click, let's I don't know, let's go with the input dot get key down. When I press, what key can I use? T. I like T. Okay, keycode dot T. All right, so as I press down T, I should be able to place down a flag, and I should be able to place down multiple flags. Okay, so let's see if this is working, and then we're going to handle a visual. Okay, all right, so first of all, I click in here just to start listening. So right now there's no flags, so I press T. Ah, crap, that one it's going to bounce in that one, but there's a flag 1 in there, and down here is going to be a flag 2. So that one is going into flag 1. Now if someone types in flag 2, then you should be going down here instead of up there. And yep, there you go. Look there, waffle 6 going down to flag 2. All right. Someone asking, could you explain what flags are in this instance? So it's essentially, in this game, I'm kind of playing the god character or the commander in an RTS game. So I'm going to be placing down flags of the things that I want the characters, which are all of you, the things that I want to be done, and essentially all of you decide where to go. Okay, so and for the commands, you got to start with a exclamation point. That's pretty much just a fun thing that I remember from my days when I started as making IRC scripts. For some reason, all the commands started with a exclamation point, so that's a bit of fun. It's a bit old school. It's nice. Okay, all right, so far so good. Now let's just handle some visuals. So for the visuals, let me make something pretty simple. So an empty game object called the flag visual. Okay, let me put it on 0, 0 just to see it. All right, so now let's put a 3D cube just for a very basic visual. Just 0.2, and make it pretty tall. Something like this, okay. And then also right click, create a new 3D Text Mesh Pro. And this is going to be the flag number. So put this one on 0, 0. And well, of course, put it not centered, to the left and disabled. And let me just move it upwards. And that's obviously way too big. Maybe with a 7, 8. Is that good? Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so that's pretty much, that's the flag 1 position, maybe a bit smaller. Okay, so that's the flag visual, pretty basic. Now let me make this into a prefab. So the prefab for the flag visual, okay. Now I just need the references. I don't have an asset script just yet. Nope, I do not. So let me make one, just one assets. Just something very basic, just the kind of script that I made in so many things. Okay, so let me go, just an asset, just so I can reference assets anywhere through code. So first thing I need, just a singleton pattern. So a public static, and with this name, the assets, call it instance, and with a get and a private set. Then on private void awake, let's make set the instance into this, and then I can do a public transform to get the reference to the flag visual. Okay, not that, go that. All right. Is rich text disabled? Yep. That issue is no longer going to happen. It was fun, it was very chaotic, but yeah, definitely an exploit that is not really intended. So yeah, no more rich text. Okay. Right, what am I doing? I need to go into, where's my, over here, I create a new flag. All right, so that's the flag position and so on. So it's in here. Let me go into the live game, the assets, access the static instance, and I'm going to need the flag visual. So I'm going to instantiate this flag visual. On the position, it's going to be, well, on the flag position, flag.position, and quaternion.identity, because I don't want any rotation. So this is transform for the flag transform. Okay, then on the flag transform, I need to find the text, and I need to get the using TM Pro, and then on the text.get component, text mesh pro, and I'm simply going to set the text into the flag.flag name. Okay, just to be able to show, and right now there should be a visual, and I should be able to place multiple. All right. Okay, let's go. Start listening, place one flag, one here. There you go, flag 1 and flag 2. All right, so the visual is indeed working. Look at that, all the people get spawned. Flag its own class. It's a, yeah, it's right here. It's just this, very basic. So it just holds a position, the flag name, and then a function to add the specific AI related to this flag. So essentially, I'm going to have a flag for building, another flag for defending, another flag for gathering. So all kinds of things. All right, but yeah, look at that, it is working. So let's place down some more. There you go, flag 3, and let me place flag 4 in there. And let's see. So some of you go to 3, go into 4. Let me type in myself, so flag 4. And yeah, look at that. There I go, Code Monkey. I'm a bit pale. Going into flag 4 and all these people hitting. Yeah, I can, yeah, I really need to, let me just disable this one. There you go. Look there, how nice. So I can place down multiple flags and all of you decide where you want to go. All right. So now next step is, of course, to handle different... Damn, the the chat has become quite spammy with all of this. So that's fun. Well, essentially, in the final game, you won't need to change actions so often. So as I add more things, then it shouldn't really be any more thing. Saying I have a beard, nice. Well, that's another thing. Eventually, when I have the time, so hopefully soon, I'll be able to essentially create a Unity app on the website, and you can go there, you can customize your own character, and then to unload in here. So that's another thing that I've wanted to do for so long. I can find me out there. Well, the names are all on top, but you're right here. So there you go. Where's my character? Look there. All right, okay. So let me just stop and think for a bit and think which one. Okay, so the next goal is essentially having multiple flag types. So, okay, let me try to think what would be a good first thing. Actually, is there? No, just questioning if there would be a bug if it received the message without. No, because you test for this. All right, good. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so let me just think. Well, essentially, I want a flag for gathering. So you're supposed to go there somewhere and start gathering, another one for building, another one for defending, and so on. Okay. And obviously it would be good if they were a bit more separated instead of all directly on top of each other. Red spy, yeah, probably. Okay. All right, so let's handle a gathering flag. So, well, essentially let's just handle multiple flags. So I've got a flag, and now essentially the architecture as I was thinking about it would be something like, so a public class, let's say a flag gathering. So this flag will be for characters that want to go and gather some resources, and essentially this is going to extend the base flag class. So it's got a flag name and a flag position. So just by itself, now I just got to do a public override the add character to the flag. And essentially on this one, I'm going to add a move to position. So that's going to be a basic one. And then on this one, he's going to gather a flag. All right, so, okay, so let's begin by making the AI module to handle that different flag. Okay, so let me just duplicate it pretty much. So the AI gathering. Let's open it up. Okay. Oh crap! Touch the microphone. Sorry about that. AI gathering. Go copy that one into that one. Okay, so for the gathering, trying to think of. I actually don't remember how I implement the move to system, but maybe I can just call it once, and then I'm just trying to think out loud about how am I handling animations? I'm trying to. No, I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, so essentially, yeah, that's the one thing that I didn't quite think about is how am I going to handle the animations, because I'm using my basic animation system. Yeah, sure, fine. Except that one is using the move position, set the move position, and I think that one, let me just inspect to see how I handle that, because I don't really remember. So I'm using the move position direct, okay? So this is a script that is moving, just going directly, so no pathfinding, nothing like that. And is this one handling the animations? Nope. So where am I handling the animations? Is it on the move velocity? Okay, it's in here. So this guy is playing the move animation or not. So, okay, handling the animation is going to be a bit tricky because I'm essentially going to need to, okay. Let me just, all right, fine. Let's think for a second. Okay, so I gotta go into this guy and this guy. I'll make a public return a character base. That's my animation class. So get the character base. And I also gotta disable that one. So how do I handle this? Public void disable move velocity. It's not the prettiest code, but for now it should work. So get component move velocity 3D. Didn't I? I did make a disable, and that one I don't think is going to. It stops that one, and well, actually, it's not. Well, no, it is. Yeah, right. Okay, sure. So here, just return the character base. So I'm doing all of this just because I want to be able to play an animation when you reach a certain point. So where was I on the gathering? There you go, the gathering. So when I get there, then I want to go into the live chat character single, get the character base, and play the animation. What animation can I play? Something a bit fun. Don't I have the victory animation? No, well, let's go with the roll animation. This won't take anything, so just new vector 3. Let's go to the right. Okay, all of that just to play an animation as soon as it reaches the target position. So now I just need to place down this flag. So where's my over here? Okay, so as I add this, I go into the live chat character single, this one, set the AI, and I'm going to create a new AI module for the AI gathering. Pass in this live chat character, and for target position, let's go with the position, and then also an offset, just so people aren't exactly on top of one another. Yeah, I'm seeing tons of questions in chat. Sorry, but I can't really pay attention to that at the same time. That's the issue with working like this, but yeah, sure. So let me just get my utilities just to be able to use the get random direction multiplied by a random range vector between 0f and 10f. Is that too much? Maybe 5f. Just so that all the characters are not going directly into the same thing. Okay, so now instead of just all the flags, let's just make one of this type. So just new flag gathering, so different type, but everything is still the same. Okay, so essentially you should be able to go to the flag, and as soon as you get there, it should be playing the roll animation. So let's see if all of that is working. Okay, let me look at chat. Oh, okay, so start listening and let me place one. Okay, already people. Is that a Unity C# game? Yep, this is Unity. All right, so go ahead, go into flag 1, going. As soon as he gets there, does he start rolling? He did start rolling and then he stopped. So I don't know which one. Yeah. Well, but the logic is working. They go there, they start rolling, then they stop. All right, so I'm going to have some issues with the animations, but logic is working. You do go towards the flag. Why is that one on top of the flag? Are you on the Z? Huh, why are you going up on the Z? Oh, right, never mind. Yeah, I probably messed up in here. On the get random direction, this one returns a random on the X and Y. What I want is the get random there XZ. That's why people are going upwards instead of... Okay, but yeah, anyway, so the roll animation isn't working, but the logic is. So I'm gonna have to essentially later on think how I'm going to handle the animations. But I guess for now, essentially just try to go through this without the animations and then later on focus on that. But essentially going into a target position, or wait. No, never mind. Yeah, I'm not very smart, am I? Nope, not really. Disable. Yeah, if I don't disable it, then of course it doesn't work. Like this, it might be working. Okay, so let's try that once again. Okay, start listening, place, oh crap, place one right there and one right there. How'd you get the YouTube API to do that? Well, just look, there he goes and he starts to roll. All right, that's very silly, but it works. Oh crap, that one keeps going. Oh boy, he really should have reset the velocity, so... Okay, I don't know where... Oh, I think it might be the other ones hitting. Well, that's fun. So this is kind of like bowling. Yeah, because it's these are all rigid bodies. So the ones that are moving are essentially pushing the ones out. Okay, so that's fun. All right. That was unintended, but yep, I guess it works. All right. Okay, that's fun. All right, so now the next task is to make one flag of this type. And the other one, they just go and they just stop. Yep, working as intended. All right, so let's handle the two flag types. And I need to change the names as well. So, okay, first of all, let me make the multiple flag types. So right in here, okay. So yeah, I could do it just with that, just with the different buttons that could work. Then of course I'm going to have to refactor this code as usual, but sure. So on T, let me place down a normal flag. Then on Y, place down a gathering flag. So on the Y, this one you're going to roll, and this one you're not going to roll. Well, let's see just like this if it is working. Okay. So start listening, put one there with a T, so that one is just a walk, and over here with a Y, so that one is a roll. So going there, they go and they stop. Going there, they go and they roll. All right, so let's see. So going in there and they stop, and going there and they roll. All right, so both of them have different behaviors. So I got essentially different AI modules on different flags. Can you show our icons above our heads? Icons? Oh, you mean the YouTube? Well, that would be interesting. Because yeah, through the API, I do have access to the little account thumbnail thingies. So yep, that would work. Are you even responding? Well, I'm trying, but whilst I'm working, I can't really read chat at the same time. So yeah. Okay, so next step is the oh, look at that, emojis. I didn't even know that TextMesh Pro support emojis. Well, that's interesting. Okay, all right. Should make a radius around the flag. Yeah, there's going to be obstacle avoidance and so on. So yeah, all of that is going. So that all those people walking and all of those people just rolling and pushing away. There he goes. Okay. So, well, that emoji didn't work. Okay, so now the step is I want the flags to have different names. So I want this one to be essentially called gathering 1 and this one move 1. So let's handle that. So, and let me actually modify this one because this one should really be an abstract class because you should never be able to create just a basic flag like that. So that one should be abstract, and this method should also be abstract with no body. Let me just copy that one, and this is going, oh crap, touch the microphone again. Sorry about that. This one is a flag move, and this one is going to be abstract. So if you don't know, an abstract really just means that there's no body. So any classes that implement or extend this base class, they have to implement this function. So I've got a flag move and a flag gathering. Now let me just make another thing. So a public abstract string get flag base name. Okay. And now in here, let me implement this one. So for this one, it's going to return, this one's called move. Okay. And then for this one here, this one is going to return and call it gathering. Okay. So now here for the flag name, first of all, you cannot make a base flag. That's another thing about making it abstract. You cannot create an instance of this type. It has to be one of the types that extend it. So okay, so that when you create a flag move, and now for the flag name, let me think about this, because I need to go and get the type. Because essentially I want a move 1, and then I want a gathering 1. So I'm going to need the function in order to get the flags of that type. Ooh, that's actually a tricky question. Trying to think, how do I handle types? Okay, let's see. Private the get, it's going to be an int, get flag type amount. And, well, I should really do this with generics, but for now, trying to think about the, well, can I pass in a T? Actually, I'm not too sure about that. So for each flag in the flag list, okay, I go through each of them. Now if flag is T, I'm not sure if this works. Oh, let's see if it works. So int count equals 0. So here count plus plus, and then you return the count. Let me actually start at 1. Well, no, that makes no sense. It should really return 0 because that's the flag type amount. So anyways, over here, in order to get the flag name, first I start with the command, sure. Then okay, let me think. No, this isn't very good. Instead, I should make a function to set the flag name. And then I get the flag count. Okay, let me think. Maybe like that. Void set flag name and int flag type count. No, this is abstract. Okay. Actually, this one doesn't need to be abstract, does it? Because essentially I'm going to set the flag name equals, start off with the command character. Okay, then I need to get the flag base name, all right. And then the flag type count and plus 1, because that one is going to start on 0. Okay, so with this, I'm setting the flag name. So here I create a new flag object, then I go into the flag, I set the flag name and the flag type count. This is over here that I'm going to get the count. And in this case, of type flag move, and this is the part that I'm not too sure if it's going to work. But okay, so I instantiate it and I don't set the flag name directly. Instead, I do it based on that one, this one based on flag gather. Okay, so let's see if the flag name is working. It should hopefully be different and it should be increasing. Okay, so let me place down one there. So that's the move 1. Oh, I forgot to add the space, but okay. And another one there, gathering 1. Okay, seems good. Now if I place another one here, and there you go, a gathering 2, and another one here, and there you go, a move 2. All right, so got all 4 flags. That one should be just gather. Gathering is a bit too big. Let me just, yeah, it's a bit too big. And look at that, nice. Did you disable rich text? Yep, I did. Cyrillic alphabet. Well, apparently these work, and that one doesn't. Don't know why. Okay, so it does seem to be working. Look there. Gathering 2, gathering 1, move 1, and move 2. All right, so the logic is indeed working. Okay. Possible to make the logo thing our face? Yes, maybe on a future update. Will I spawn just by texting? Yep, just type any text and you spawn, and you type in a command, and it tells your character to go do something. Okay, so just like this, it is already working. The characters get spawned and they go into multiple places. So now let me think of what should be the next step. How about actually adding some gathering and some building logic? I want to jump. Well, right now, not yet. Let's see. Wouldn't it cost money after a certain amount of API calls? Actually, they don't sell money. They don't sell API calls, but they do limit it. So the default is 10,000. So it's free, but the limit is 10,000. That is why at most I can do these live streams for about 1 hour, maybe an hour and a half. After that time, then I can't go over, and it doesn't cost you money. It simply doesn't let you do the API calls anymore. So yeah, for these live streams, I'm limited to about 2 hours at most. Look at that emojis. How nice. Plan on doing game dev advice? Probably not. Those videos were they were interesting, but yeah, it's kind of tough to come up with general things. Well, essentially, I've got so many other topics that I really want to do that it's kind of hard to come up with that. Hey, less inventory. Thanks. I'm glad you liked it. That was a really interesting system. Thought about it for quite a while, and yep, just finally managed to do it. That was fun. Okay, so let me think. Let me handle some actually gathering of resources so that then I can actually build some buildings. Okay, look at that one. Pushing the other ones around. Well, that's fun. We are suffering. Just rolling forever. Look at that. There he goes. It's so fun how the rigid bodies push each other, and there you go, all the way, and all of these standing in here. All right, okay, logic is working. So let's keep going. Let me handle gathering. So let me create just a very basic resource manager. Okay, so let me try to do that. Where am I? All the way down here. Let me create, oh crap, that's not what I want. Actually, I don't know if I got, no, I don't. Good. All right, so let me make a new C# script for the resource manager. And it's going to be, did I save this? I think I did. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so on the resource manager, let's go. First of all, a static instance, as always, fully static resource manager, an instance with a public get and a private set, as always, keep things nice and clean. Private void awake, set the instance to this. Okay. Now, how am I going to handle the types? Well, eventually I'm obviously going to use scriptable objects, but for now I think just some basic text. So public void add resource amount, and I need a resource dictionary. So private dictionary, let's make it of type string int, and the resource amount dictionary. And then awake, I instantiate it, and let's say wood, start off at 0, and then also stone. Okay. All right, so add resource amount, so a string for the resource type, which obviously later on this will not be a string, but sure. And the add amount, and then I go into the resource amount dictionary on this resource type, and I'm going to add it by the add amount. Okay, now let me make some events because I'm going to want to make this visual. So using system and make a public event handler on resource amount changed. And then down here, when I change it, just invoke the event. This event targets empty. Okay. And next thing, I just need to get it. So public int, get the resource amount string for the resource type, and just return the resource amount dictionary and grab the resource type. Okay, so yeah, just a very basic resource manager. So just have the ability to add and to get it. So now let's handle the visual for this. So let me see, I got my canvas here. So on the canvas, let me create an empty. So the resource manager UI. Let me just scroll in, put it on that, and there you go. Oh yeah, right, the super chat, that's actually a bit of a fun thing, because it only works when it's listening. So right now, if someone did a super chat, I apologize, I didn't see it, because right now it only shows if you do a super chat while the game is live. So yeah, I'm going to have to modify that. Okay, anyways, the resource manager, I'm going to anchor it on top, and I'm going to just manually make it so the resource single. And inside, I don't know if I got any, well, that's interesting. Let's see if I've got any images in this project. Do I got some wood? I don't know. Wood, oh, I got the Minecraft wood. That was a fun video on the Minecraft crafting. That was fun. Okay, so 4040, just to have that, and then UI, Text Mesh Pro. This one is going to be the amount. So put it on bolt, put it on the left side, width and height, both of 0. Left side, center, disable, and so on. Okay, now let me just position this one here. So this is, well, just name it wood, and then next to it is going to be the stone. So push it to the side just to see. Okay, that's way too big, but so far so good. Let me get a stone icon. How about a diamond? It's not stone, but sure, I guess it works. Okay, now the script for this. And again, if you just joined, sorry if I'm not paying attention to chat, but essentially while I'm writing, I can't really look to the side, so I can only really read chat while I'm playing the game. So while I'm working, let me just try to do this quickly. Okay, so on private void start, on start, let me go into the resource manager, access the static instance, and subscribe to the event. Okay, so when that changes, let me do a transform find the wood, then find the text, then this is using TM Pro, okay, and there text mesh pro UGUI, okay, and set the text to, what did I do? Oh, right, never mind, get components. Right, set the text, go into the resource manager, access the static instance, and get the amount, the resource amount. This type, it's wood. And the same thing for the other one, so stone. I just need to make sure that it's named exactly text. Oh, right, these are ints, so toString. Okay. All right, so where was I? The resource manager. This one was already good. Okay, so just in here, just need to make sure that these are typed text. Otherwise, this is going to give an error. That would not be nice. All right, and I just need to make a empty game object for the resource manager, and just drop in the resource manager. Just reset everything. Okay, so it should be working. Now let me just go. Where am I going? The gathering AI. Okay. So when you gather on update, let's make a very basic timer. So private float gather timer, and just in here, minus equals time.time. So if the timer is under 0f, then gather timer plus equals 1 second, sure. And go into the resource manager, access the static instance, and add the resource amount. And for now, let's just say wood. So I'm actually not going to gather the other one, and just by 1. Okay, so all the people who go into the gathering flag, they will now be gathering 1 wood per second. Okay, that was quite a bit of code, but let's see if all of this is working. All right, so let's see. So start listening, place the flag in there. That one is a gather, and over here a move. So if you go to move, it just stays there, go into the gather, and moves and rolls and does something. Okay, so go ahead, someone go and gather. All right, some people are going there. Oh, look at that, it's already doing, even though they haven't arrived there. But yep, it is working. So every second, there you go, all these people are gathering wood. All right, so far so good. Create singleton class and just inherit from that. What do you mean? So I don't have to... So I would make a create singleton, then extend everything? Well, that would be pretty bad, because you'd end up with hundreds of classes, all of them extending from the exact same thing. That would lead to a lot of misleading dependencies. So, yeah. Okay, anyways, the logic is going. The characters go into the gather flag, and they start gathering some wood. Okay, so the next goal is to make ones for gathering wood and other ones for gathering diamonds or stone, I guess. Okay, so let me think about how I'm going to handle that. Because essentially, I don't want to have multiple gather flags. Move because after again. Yeah, I know the movement doesn't. It's fixed. Once you go in together, you can't move again. Yeah. Where was I? Right, because I want to be able to use the same gather flag to gather either stone or wood or any resource. So the type that you gather is going to depend on the type that is around. So I'm going to first need to place down some resource nodes. Some of them will be wood resource nodes and others will be iron resource nodes. And then depending on the flag, it's going to gather the things. Okay, so that's the goal. Why do you use action instead of event handler? Well, I normally stick with event handler just because it's the default, so it's a standard, so it's easy to understand. But yep, action works just the same. And yep, getting close to 300k. So thank you all for subscribing, watching the videos, and so on. Thank you all. Not really anything special planned. Just continue trying to make interesting videos for you to enjoy and learn from. That's pretty much what I try to do all the time. Okay, so let's handle that. First of all, make some resource nodes of specific types. Some of them wood resource nodes, others are stone resource nodes, and then using the same flag to gather both those types. So let's handle that. Okay, first of all, let's handle the resource node. So resource node wood. Let me just make the visual. So just go reset it, put it on 0, 0. Let's go there. Okay, and let me get rid of this one because right now there's no pathfinding, so that blocker there is a bit annoying. Okay, so down here, let's place down some wood and really just make a cube for the visual. Obviously, this is going to be different later on. Okay, just a cube. Let me just make a material. Is this where I am? I don't even know. Okay, so a material for the wood visual. And I'm going to make another one for the stone visual. Okay, for the resource node wood, let's place down the wood visual. And just over here, instead of white, well, for wood, a nice brown. Okay, sure, yeah, that looks good enough. Okay, so that's my resource node wood. And then I'm going to have a resource node. Oh, crap. I just double click there. It's not good. All right, the resource node stone. And for this one, for the visual, let's go with the stone visual. This one, yeah, sure, leave it like that. Okay, just like that, very basic starting point. Now, in order to make the script to identify which ones of these types are, so let's make a C# script, resource node. And let me open this up. And for here, let's see, what am I going to do? Start off very simple, public string, the resource type. Yep, that's really all I care about. Trying to think if I should, how am I going to handle the lists? If I'm going to make it a list or maybe a circle cast. Well, let's go with a list just because it's simpler for now. So on private void start, let's go into the resource manager, access the instance, add resource node, and I'm going to pass in this resource node. Okay, so now over here, if I make the public void, add the resource node, and I'm going to receive a resource node, okay. And now I just need to have a list for this. So a private list of resource node and the resource node list, okay. Then on awake, just initialize the list. Ah, crap. Why is this one? Oh, right, because that one is like that. Always the weird shortcut. Anyways, so the resource node list dot add this resource node. Okay, so on this one, it adds it to the list, and this one has the resource node list. Now let me get a public, a string get closest resource type, and I'm going to pass in the vector3 for the position. And now just say basic closest, so resource node closest starts off at null, and then I'm going to return the closest, okay. Then for each resource node in my resource node list, okay. cycle through it, check if resource closes resource type. Right, because I'm not checking. Yeah, my brain. Oh, hey, super chat. Thanks, Rogerio. Yeah, I'm trying to do live streams more frequently. Yeah, right now I don't have the overlay character, so that's why super chat did not show up on screen. So I really need to keep the game and the characters enabled at the same time. So yeah, thanks for the super chat. And yep, let's hope this is nice. Okay. Where was I? Get the closest resource type. Yeah, right, because I don't want the closest resource. Well, I guess, yeah, that would probably be more useful in the long run. So let's actually modify this. Get the closest resource node. All right, so I go in that one. Then I check if... Right. Sorry, my brain isn't working too well. Okay, so if the closest it is null, then return the resource node. Just this one. And if not, if there is already a closest, so if vector3.distance, if the distance between the position and the resource node dot position, so let me get the position. I always like to make a function like this one. So on the resource node, public, it's a vector3, call it get position, and just return the transform dot position. I just like that rather than accessing the transform directly. Okay, so if the distance of this one is closer than the vector3 dot distance between the position to the closest dot get position, then this one is closer, so the closest equals this resource node. And actually I did it wrong here. This is meant to be the closest equals this resource node. If not, it is down, and if so, down. Okay. So this should be working, then through that one I can get the resource type. All right. So what else do I need? Essentially I've got those resource nodes, so let me just place them. So essentially just go into the stone and the wood and add the script. So on this one, wood, and on this one, stone. And again, by the way, if you're watching the live stream, this isn't this is a live stream, it's not a prepared tutorial. What I mean by that is that in the end, you would not use strings to define a type. You would use scriptable objects. So this is what I'm going to do in the end. So just, you know, just a quick mention, just so that if you're watching this, know that you're watching a project in development and not the final thing. So this code won't be refactored many times in the future. So essentially, do as I say in the tutorials, not necessarily on the live streams. Okay. What was next? I need to go into the move position direct. No, none of this. The AI gathering. Yep, this one. And instead of gathering there, you go into that target position. Then let me get a private string, and this will be for the resource type. And essentially, I'm going to go into the resource manager and access the instance and get the closest resource node, the closest to the target position. So that's going to be the flag position. And this will be a resource node. Okay. And then just going to set the resource type to this resource node dot resource type. Okay, so now this one will be gathering. I just need to modify this one like that. Okay, and they won't be gathering on different things. All right, so that's fun. Okay. I can find documentation for YouTube API to get the chat commands. It's on there. I think it's called live chat /messages. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, if you go onto the YouTube API, you will find that there's, I think that is the name, live chat. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, okay. So, and here just make sure they don't have colliders, just because the units don't have the thing yet. Okay, so let's go start listening. And I already forgot, what is the T? Yeah, that one is just a move, and then put a Y in there. So these are going to be gathering wood, and these are going to be gathering stone. All right, so let's go, let's get some players. There you go, 2 people. All right, some of you go over. All right, someone going to there, someone going to gather, and yep, gathering some wood. Now someone going to gather 2 and see if we're going to gather some stone. There you go, those 2 are gathering wood. And going there, and yep, there you go. All right, so that's pretty good. All right, and there you go, there he goes flying. That's funny. Yep, there you go, all those people gathering stone, all those gathering wood, and just like that. All right. Okay, so as you can see, the logic is working. So I can place down flags, and you can decide where you want to go. And yep, that's fun. All right. So I guess the next thing that I would like to do, let me see what time it is. 6:25. Okay, still do it for a bit more. Okay. What am I thinking? Place down flags, choose the flag type. Yeah, making the clickability. Okay. All right, let me think. Essentially, the next thing that I want is to be able to make an AI module that essentially stops. So these ones, they go in, they gather, and they never stop gathering. So obviously, you're not meant to stay stuck on just one AI module. It's meant to change. So I guess I want to implement some building, some construction. What's your time zone? Well, I'm on GMT, Portugal, so it's right now 6:26 p.m. So, yep. Why it's not moving? Well, you need to go into one of these places. Otherwise, by default, you just sound like that. Okay, so let's try to handle that. So, handling some building construction. So let me first place down a building construction, and then you go there, you construct the building, and then you go away. Let me try to think, how am I going to handle that? Right, not a flag. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm going to have to place down flags and buildings. Okay, sure. All right, so let's think about this. Right, okay. First of all, let me make the visual. So the building construction, and inside let me put just a basic cube. Okay, maybe 5, 5. Let me just get the different materials. So building construction, and then also building constructed. Okay, so building construction, and I'm going to use this, and for that one, let's put it maybe a nice blue. Okay, this one put it on 0, 0, and this one, let's shift it in there. Okay, so that's the building construction. Let me just disable the collider so there are no issues. All right, so that's the building construction. Now let me make the script for handling building construction. So building construction. And okay, so go in, drag it, and let's see. All right, so essentially I just need a very basic progress bar. So a private float progress, and then I'm going to have a poly void add progress and a float for the add progress, and just going to progress plus equals add progress. Okay, and then if progress is above, let's say 1F, then the building has been constructed. So private void finish construction, and on finish construction, what am I going to do? I'll just spawn a building directly on top. So for that, how am I going to handle that? And let me go in here. So public transform for the building oh crap, I can't type. Building constructed, okay, and construction as well. Going to be able to place down both of them. Okay, so when I finish building construction, I instantiate, go into the live game assets instance, and building, what did I call it? Oh, instantiate. Instance dot building constructed on this transform dot position and quaternion dot ident. Okay, so that's the transform for the building constructed, even though I don't need to touch it, and then just destroy this game object. Okay. Okay, just a basic construction. As soon as it finishes, you spawn that one. All right. So now what do I want? First of all, I need to make, so let me duplicate this one, and this one will be the building constructed. And for the building constructed, let me just get a different visual. So building constructed, and make it a purple. Nice. Okay, so that's the building constructed. And this one is going to be a prefab, so let me just drag it. Well, all of these are prefabs, so let me actually just make them all prefabs. Yeah, the stone and so on. These are obviously all prefabs. Okay, so I got the building construction and the constructed, and that one is just, well, just going to be static, so it's not going to do anything for now. Okay, and building construction, let me also handle, I'm probably going to make a building manager, but for now, just like this. By the way, sorry that I'm not responding in chat, but while I'm writing code, I really can't look there, otherwise I'll look my train of thought, so I can't really read and write chat while I'm writing. Okay, so, where was I? I need a list of the active building construction. Yeah, that's, sorry, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I really do need some sort of manager, so let's make that instead. So building construction manager, and it's really going to be pretty much the exact same thing as the resource manager. That one, put it in there, all nice. Okay, so once again, a super simple, a public static void, make this an instance, and with a public get, a private set. Oh crap. Not static void. Yeah, that's the issue. Alright, private void awake, set the instance to this, okay. Then public void add building construction, and I'm going to receive a building construction, and I just need a list, so a private list of building construction, and this is the building construction list. Okay, so I just make a new list, alright. Then I go in here and I add this one, the building construction. I also need to be able to remove it, and I also need a get closest. So why don't I copy the exact same code, pretty much a thing. I should probably have one of these functions in my utilities. Actually, don't know why I don't. That's a fun thing. Okay, anyway, so that's the list. So I just need a get position, rename this to building construction, go inside this guy, just make a public vector3 get position, and just return the transform dot position. Okay, right, so I've got the position, I get the closest, not resource node, the closest building construction. Okay, so I can add the building construction, and I'm going to add it on this guy on the private void start. I'm going to go into the building construction manager, the instance, add the building construction, add this one, and then I also need a remove one. So as soon as I finish construction, so remove building construction. Let me just go and make this fully void, remove it, receive a building construction, and just go into the building construction list and remove this one. Okay, so I can add it, I can remove it, and I can find the closest. Okay, so then there, that one, he adds the progress and he does that. So yeah, so like this, it should already be working. So okay, so let's do this. What do I need? Let me think. I need to go into, not the assets. Actually, did I assign that? I'm not sure I did. So if I run like this, I'll probably have an error. So on the, yeah, I don't. So let me just assign the building construction and constructed. Okay. Okay, so I just need to make a new flag. So this will be the flag construction. Get the flag base name, let's say build, and the add character to the flag. So I need a new AI module, so let's make one. So down here, yep, let's duplicate the gathering, call it, crap. Did I type? Nope. Just rename this to AI build, well, build or construction, which one makes more sense? I don't know. Probably build, so I'll probably rename this, but sure, yeah. AI construction. Go like this, like this. Okay, instead of gathering resource, you're going to do something different. Okay, so AI construction on that target position. All right, so you go there, you play the roll animation. Yeah, sure, I'm going to have to deal with that, sure. But then, yeah, it's really the exact same thing as the resource node, pretty much. So access the instance in order to get the closest building construction to the target position. And this is the building construction. Well, actually, it's going to be, I'm going to need it. So a private on this guy, all right. And then do I got a construction timer on the other side? Let's say construction timer. So on this one, I'm going to set it in there. Just get rid of these two. All right. So construction timer, we count down, go up by 1 second. Well, actually by 0.1, just make it a bit more fun. Okay, so then I go into building construction and add progress, just like this. Let's add. Ooh, that's actually the issue, because with too many people, it's going to construct way too quickly. And yeah, it's going to. This one is going to return null. So actually, I'm not sure if it will go into null. I don't know, but if so, then just return. Yeah, I get the feeling this is going to cause an error, but yeah, like this is going to build way too fast. Let me just add debug log just to make sure that this one is working. Okay, so debug.log, the progress, and we're almost ready for testing, almost. I just need to go into, where am I? There you go. I just need to be able to place down some construction flags. So instead of a move flag, just flag construction. And everything else is pretty much the exact same. So I get the flag type name. And so actually, why do I? Oh, right, because I need for that. I totally forgot why I need that. Okay. Yep, okay, so I press T and I should be able to place down a construction. And then if you go there, you can, okay. All right, so after all of that code, let's see if all of this is working. Okay, there you go. Let me place down a construction. There you go, build one. Let's start listening to live chat. And just for fun, let's go gather some resources if you want. Okay, so some of you go on there explaining quaternions. Boy, quaternions. I still don't exactly know how quaternions work. Quaternions, they are very tricky, but more importantly, this one isn't working. And of course it's not working because I'm not very smart. Nope, because I created an AI gathering module. So obviously it's not working. I need to create an AI construction module. Okay, so let's reset this. How do you join? You just type a message in chat, and as soon as the game is running, it works. Okay, so let me place down that one, that one, that one. There you go. All right, so go ahead and join. There you go. Connor Myers going first, starting to build. And yep, it is working. And after a while, yep, it is constructed. All right, so the logic did work. It went up way too fast. So now just for fun, let's add a little progress bar and then do that. But yeah, the logic, all of it worked. Okay. All right, so let me make this way smaller. So on the add progress, instead of that, maybe like this. Let's see, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so you got this guy. Let me, oh, actually, ideally I would make a separate UI element, but for now, just as a bit of fun, let's create inside, create a UI, let's go with an image right away, makes the canvas. So for the canvas, make it a world space canvas, put it on 0, 0, just over there. For the image, put a 2, 1, put the canvas up there. Okay, so this one for the image, actually let's get 2 images, so the progress bar, and this one, nice yellow. For some reason, I really like yellow for progress. Okay, now I do have to add my white pixel so that I can reuse this, the image type. Let's put it on filled, on left to right, horizontal, and just like that. Okay, so that's the progress bar, and behind it, the just nice background. And let's also add an outline component, just like that, a bit of fun. Okay, that might be a bit too big. Is that too big? Just zoom out, look in. Yeah, it looks all right. Okay, so now I just need to update this. So let's see, what did I name it? Okay, so once again, the code that you are seeing on this live stream is not production code, so do keep that in mind. The way that I'm doing things right now, I'm doing them primarily for speed, so later on I will obviously be refactoring pretty much all of this, so keep that in mind as you're watching. Anyways, let's make a serialized film, it's a bit easier. So the progress bar image. Okay, so I actually don't need the awake. So on that one, when you add the progress, let's go progress bar image dot fill amount equals this progress, and the progress is already normalized. So, yep, if I just set the field, then it should already be working. So just set the image, and let's see how fast it goes up right now. Okay, well that one it starts off bugged, but there you go. All right. So go ahead, some of you go ahead and start building. Okay, some people going there and they start doing, and there you go. Look at that progress bar. It is increasing. So as more people go, and yep, there you go, going in there. All right, so it does work. And all the people going away. Yeah, this is pretty much bowling. All right, so maybe I put that way too slow. So go ahead, go. Well, the logic is working, so essentially when the bar is filled, this one will essentially change from blue into purple. Make us destroy the buildings as well. Yep, eventually there will be combat. So definitely stay tuned for that. I think this is going to be a fun little thing to do over time. So when will this game be done? I don't know, maybe in 1 month, maybe in 10 live streams. So let's see. All right, almost there. And yep, there you go. The building is completed. All right. So yep, need a way to cancel out of an action. Yep, that's my next task. So you go there, you can do that. And now, of course, you need to be able to move away. So, okay. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, the way that I implemented my AI modules, that is actually very easy, maybe? This might actually be, trying to think. I think it is working. So if I implement the destroy self, that's my really nice interface. If I implement that and in there I re-enable the move velocity, if I do that, then technically I think it should be working by default. So, okay, so yeah, actually just like this, I think. All right, so let's just like this, just go into one gathering and then go into another one and see if it works. Because yeah, just with that one, thanks to that really useful interface should work. Okay, so some of you go into gather 1 and then go into gather 2. And now, hopefully, it should be able to go into one, do one action, and then go into the other one, do another action, okay? So now some of you go from gather 1 to gather 2. And yeah, the issue is that I can't really test. So either it happens or I'm not sure. Yeah, roll gang. Okay, some of you roll down into gather 2. Okay, so I don't know if it's not working or if none of the people up here did gather 2. So maybe it isn't working. So maybe my thought process is wrong. Yeah, because all these people aren't going. So yeah. Okay, so let me think about what is the, because wait, did I not save this? Oh, is that really the thing? Okay, I think maybe that was it, that I just didn't save the file. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so let's put one there, start listening. Okay, go in together 1 and then go in together 2. Let's see if it works. All right, or the other way around, sure. Okay, so going together 1, gather. Oh, there you go. Over there, Jarek went into gather 1 and then down into gather 2. All right, so the logic does work. So you can go there, you can cancel some actions. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now the next thing is to stop the construction. Some of these, yep, they are indeed working. There they go. So how about one of you two try going into gather 1 just trying to see what happens. Will they pick up and go back? Will they stop sliding? Some of you go back and do another one. Yeah, once again. Oh, there you go. It worked. They re-enabled the move and they stopped sliding into infinity. And now they are going back there. All right. So all the logic is working. So you can go into one flag, you can move into the other flag, and so on. All right. So next up, let me handle the construction. So in order to make the character go idle after construction, so let me handle that. All right. So for that, I go over here on the construction module. And if that one is null, this one is not causing, I don't think, or is it? No, other, okay. Right now I actually don't know. Is this broken? Is this not? I'm trying to think. I don't think so. Anyways, sure. So this is probably a good time to try to see if this works. So essentially just remove the AI, and by default it's going to add the idle AI. So enable the move velocity and then remove the AI. So after finishing construction, let me just make this a tiny bit faster just so it's easier to test. Okay, so it should be able to construct and then just stop rolling. Someone asking what the diamond and piece of wood means. Well, that's resource gathering. So this, as you can see here, brown. Okay, so go ahead and build. So this is wood, this is stone. So if I place one gather in there, one gather in there, if you go into gather one, you're going to be gathering stone. It looks like a diamond, but it's meant to be stone. And if you go into gather two, you're going to be gathering wood. So some basic resource manager. Okay, that one is, let's see if after the bar is filled, if they stop the roll animation and just do an idle animation. Any of there you go, it does work. Okay, for some reason one of them didn't work, but and the one's still queuing, that doesn't work, but yep, for the other ones it did work. All right, so far so good. Okay. And yep, look at that. Those two went from there and in there. All right, awesome. Okay, so that's quite something. All right, so yeah, I gotta say my voice is already a bit messed up, so let me just think a bit, and maybe this won't be for now. So yeah, essentially got some gathering, yeah, this was actually quite productive, I must say. The last live stream didn't go so well, but this one, yeah. Why is it so blurry? Yeah, just a fun depth of field effect, that's it. Stop being so cool. Well, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, this was quite a lot of progress. I mean, in the beginning, all I had was just these characters idle, then added a flag system, so you can now move into a flag. As you go into a flag, you can execute a specific AI module, and then go from multiple flags and get some resource gathering, some basic resources, got some building construction, and so on. All right, so yeah, that's actually quite a nice amount of work in just, I don't even know how long this was. 1 hour and a half? Yeah, that was fun. All right, so I think I'm going to leave this for now. It's a good start, so essentially this game I'm going to continue building upon this. So who knows, maybe this will be finished over the course of 10 live streams, and the final result might be fun. Oh yeah, right, and now over this next month, I will hopefully be able to finally work on the website thing, so that essentially you can go and customize your own character on the website, and then loads in here, and you always got the same visual, same thing. So that's another thing that I very much want to do. Okay, so I think that's gonna do it for now. So yep, I'm gonna eat something, so so yeah. All right, so thank you all for joining me on this interesting live stream. I really like this game idea, so I'm definitely looking forward to continuing to make this on multiple live streams. So definitely look forward to a bunch more in the near future. So yeah, I'm still looking at chat. All right, so again, yeah, thank you all for joining me. Stay tuned for any future live streams, so hit the bell icon if you want to know. This isn't really planned. So anyways, all right, so again, once again, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.